Hello again. Nothing tends to gain my avid attention more than when I notice that the police are urging me not to speculate about some incident or other, especially when it is subject to criminal charges. At once, I know two things about the matter about which I am not to speculate, and upon which I am discouraged from making posts on social media. The first thing I know is that the person at the centre of the affair will either have a weird foreign name or he will be black. The second thing I know is that the supposed incident will play into national or ethnic stereotypes and therefore supposedly inflame what is sometimes referred to as community tensions. The police in Scotland are now, of course, asking us not to speculate in just this way and also not to discuss the case on social media. And at once it seems to fit precisely the criteria I just outlined. Rest assured, though, that I do not intend to speculate about the case or even to discuss it. But I see no harm in providing an outline of what has so far appeared in the media, for this is open to everybody and perhaps gives us a fair idea of what is happening. Before going any further, I will remark that the police in Scotland say that they have arrested a man and a woman and charged them. However, they are not prepared to name the man or woman, nor to say what they have been charged with. This is in itself very odd and unusual, to say the least of it. On August the 23rd, footage began to appear online of a girl said to be 12 years old, holding a knife in one hand and an axe in the other, apparently screaming defiance at people who could not be seen. Another young girl was present in the footage, and from what was being said, it is clear that the suggestion was that they had been propositioned, seemingly for sexual purposes. Very quickly, images began to appear of this girl, some of them transformed into artwork of the kind seen in the thumbnail to this video. The story quickly emerged that they had been approached by immigrants who had been chatting up either one or both of the girls in the footage. In no time at all, various prominent people on what might broadly be described as the right wing had come out in support of the girls. Tommy Robinson, Elon Musk, for example. Then the story appeared to collapse as the girl was arrested for carrying the weapons, and the police said there had been misinformation about the case. Here is the police statement that was made after the footage had become viral. We are aware of misinformation being shared on social media in relation to an incident where a Bulgarian couple were approached by youths in St Anne Lane, Dundee, on Saturday, 23rd of August, 2025. A 12-year-old girl has been charged with being in possession of offensive weapons. She will be referred to the relevant authorities and our inquiries are ongoing. We would like to thank the local community for our help with the investigation and urge the public not to share misinformation about this incident or speculate on the circumstances. Former First Minister of Scotland, Humza Yousaf, made a statement denouncing those who had said this was anything to do with immigrants, and the police referred to a Bulgarian couple who, as it was claimed, been minding their own business when confronted by a girl with a knife and an axe. Those silly far-right types had got it all wrong. The Bulgarian couple, Fatos Ali Dumana and his wife, were just minding their own business when these mad girls jumped out and threatened them. The couple even gave an interview to the Daily Mail. So, the matter seemed to have reached its resolution. Gullible fools like Elon Musk had even been caught up in this immigrant hysteria and not realised it was really a case of a white juvenile delinquent harassing a harmless couple of foreigners who were on their way to the shop. Case closed. And then yesterday came the sequel, which was that the Scottish police announced very quietly that they had arrested and charged the man and woman involved in the incident. They said, however, that Members of the public are again urged not to share misinformation about this incident or speculate on the circumstances. Well, of course, the easiest way of stopping us speculating about the circumstances would be to tell us who has been arrested and what they've been charged with. I am racking my brains to remember the last time that police in Britain said that they had arrested somebody, although they were keeping the person's name secret, and that they refused to say what this nameless individual was actually charged with. Is it me, or does that sound like something from a dystopian future? Why are we not allowed to know the name or the charges? And after behaving in this peculiar fashion, the police have the cheek to tell us not to speculate about what's going on. I will risk a very quick speculation, which is that the people charged are foreign immigrants and that the offence they are charged with tends to confirm the original story which was circulating in connection with the image of that young girl brandishing weapons. And that's all I have to say on the subject.